this is my first time hearing about the BMX thing, and I've watched before, and even found one guy very funny. Then he said something crazy, and I just said, no, I don't want him to come across my feed anymore.
A BMX guy? Oh, no. 607 Unk. Oh, man. Lord.
Man. Oh, man.
That's a character right there, yeah.
What?
Very interesting. Very interesting guy. I didn't get it for a long time. He actually really annoyed the shit out of me before I started to kind of realize his talents. Because he's, I get fed up with people who just say the same shit over and over and then don't let the other person talk. And it's very but man, there's something he is really good at, even though he's kind of obnoxious, like intentionally obnoxious on podcasts as well. No, this is good. We can use this. A little beef. You and 607 Unk. I like that. Let's hone in on that.
607 Unk. Man, good night. And I used to just laugh at the things. And then he said something false about Islam. And then I just said, no, I'm not going to do that no more. I'm not in that space.
Yeah, he's a disrespectful guy. The religious commentary for sure gets there. He always says on GD, on BD, on Vice Lord, which is like just real quick, just alienate 3 gangs right there. I don't know.
And I would read the comments, and because he say on my mama a lot.
On my mama.
Yeah. And people be like, yo, man, I know his mama is going through it. But I just used to laugh at first. He saw some video where he went to in front of a board of trustees or something, and ain't nobody dead. It's all just a simulation. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. Yeah. And it's funny that I see Whack 100 on here a lot. Mm-hmm. I just don't have time for Whack 100 to find. He can find paperwork down on anybody and put his phone up. Yeah. Before this conversation's over, I got it, baby.
And if it doesn't pan out, he'll just give you such a long-winded explanation of how actually, of why it's. He's not at fault for falsely accusing somebody of being a snitch. Yeah.
I find all of this hilarious sometimes. I was like, okay, if I want some entertainment, let me go to the internet and just look, and you gonna find something, and 60 comes up a lot.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, who the hell Whack got paperwork on now?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know why I find myself believing him. It's like, yo, I got the paperwork right here. And then he put his phone down. I'm like, uh-oh. It's the paper. He's gonna get the document.
I never introduced my kid to anybody in this world really, because I pretty much just come to work and then go home, and I just have 2 very separate universes. But there was one day where my girl was out of town. I was with my kid, and it was when Unc was first doing podcasts here on a Saturday. And I brought her here, ordered her a burger, and we're kind of hanging out in my office and stuff. And I introduced her to Unc, and she didn't really give a shit, which was kind of interesting to me, because I'm thinking this guy looks like such a spooky fucking witch doctor of a human that for sure I bet she's going to really be interested in this guy. And just didn't really hit. She just treated him like a regular dude, which kind of reminds me of when I first did a crazy Halloween costume. I dressed up as the Joker, and I had my hair green and my face totally painted white. I got a purple suit on. She was like 1.5. She barely looked at me twice. She didn't really give a shit. I'm like, you're not going to notice this? This is a lot. I put in a lot of work for this, man.
You're not impressed? Unc holding a skull.
Yeah.
Drinking oh, my mama. Stop letting me. Then now, the crazy thing is, I find myself watching the people who impersonate him. It was one dude had this croc on his neck. He had a chain with a croc on his neck with the head down. He's like, my mama. I was like, I couldn't take it. I said, man, this is ridiculous, man. Now you got people impersonating him.
Yeah.
Uncle is a strange guy.
Yeah, there's a strange universe of characters that have kind of, yeah. And now there's like a new sort of archetype where it's like people have seen dudes like Aaron the Plumber and 4 Extra come out, and they're basically, the whole thing is, I was locked up, I know how to fight, I'll beat up whoever, I got a bunch of catchphrases, and I'm just out here just letting you know that I'll fuck up whoever. And I'm also going to kind of repeat the same jokes over and over and over. And it's going to kind of make you laugh as you get used to these catchphrases. But now I've seen people who are doing that, but they get it. They know what they're doing. They know that they're kind of copying or mimicking these things that have been successful for other people. And it's kind of weird to now exist in a universe where they're knowingly doing it. Whereas some of these guys early on were just doing it. That's just who they are. They just got some good catchphrases and they know how to fight, and they're just letting you know. But now it's like dudes get it enough to mimic that. So we're in kind of a different era with that as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw anybody under the bus in particular, but because it's like, you know, it's still however you want to get in the game, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. The internet is weird. It's a wild, wild west.
It's a strange place. Okay, so I've held you up for 2 hours. What are you pushing right now? Crack is done.
Nick.
Pushing comedy.
You was waiting on to get one in.
No crack. We left that behind.
Yeah. My 2 Sons, the special, and then my tour, the next 34 cities we're doing just was put out. You can go to alisiddiq.com and look up anything that you want to know. And then Rugged is coming out Father's Day. That's a new special. So, you know, that's all I'm pushing.
For sure. Hey, it's been great having a conversation with you. I always like talking to somebody who's really got a wide breadth of references. Breath with a D in the middle, I think. That's the word I'm trying to say right now. Now I'm overthinking it.
I'm still caught up with the for show because that's the H-Town thing for show.
For real?
Yeah.
For show? I feel like I'm like kind of always just like borrowing different catchphrases from different regions. And then at some point, someone will kind of point out that like, oh, you're keeping it a thou wow. Like, and I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, that is kind of a weird thing for a 40-year-old white guy from New Hampshire to be saying. Kind of lost track of that. Yeah.
Okay, so you just saw the clip, but did you know that you can watch this entire interview right now before it's released to the public, uncensored, by becoming a member for just $5 a month? And there's a lot of other crazy benefits as well. So make sure you hit the link down in the description and sign up. Appreciate y'all.